Greetings, this is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus. Man, I just did a live video and unfortunately I had it set to unlisted, so nobody showed up. But I'm in a live mood, so I wanted to change that and do another one. The video I did just previously was about limitations on magic, and usually they're self-imposed. What's going on, Tiff? Senko for Sound, how you doing? Supreme Sparkle, what's good? Gino Green, Woke Media, welcome. Yeah, I just did a video, and it was on unlisted the whole time, so nobody showed up. I was wondering what was going on, but yeah. I'm in a live mood, so I decided to do it again. The video that I just did will be uploaded soon, but it was answering a question as far as somebody asked, well, if magic is so easy and it can get everything that you want, why doesn't everybody do it and get everything you want? I knew that question was coming. But anyways, the answer to that question is, it depends on your beliefs, right? We surround ourselves with self-limiting beliefs. We're taught that you can't do this, you can't do that. And most of us subscribe to that. So I talked about that for about 10 minutes. Self-confidence, most definitely. I mean, really, you know what I'm saying? With this unicorn thing, with this phoenix thing, if you're in the Magus Society, I just made a post. There's proof, there's evidence. And it's not about bragging, like I'm trying to show you, you can do it your damn self, just do it. It's all about the thoughts that are going on in your head. It is all about the thoughts that are going on in your head. If you're telling yourself on a daily basis, I can't do this, I'm not good enough to do this, I'm not qualified to do this, that's what you have. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I manifest anything while I respect everything? What do you mean by respecting everything? You can manifest whatever you want. See, the thing is, we got to get rid of different barriers that we put on ourselves. One of the barriers is time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want to manifest a girlfriend tomorrow. That shit ain't gonna happen. You have to understand that there's different mechanics at play. All right. If you're trying to manifest a girlfriend tomorrow, you need to be out mingling with people. Because the thing is with magic is the science of using the subconscious mind to produce a result. The subconscious mind is something like a sponge or a compass or a channeler for energy. Energy is nothing but attention, right? Focused energy, focused attention provides focused results. So if you learn how to channel your focus, you allow that energy to flow into your life through a certain way. So again, if you're trying to go out there and get a new girlfriend or a new car, you need to be out there opening the doors for that energy to flow into your life, right? So whatever it is that you're searching for and you're not getting results, number one, take the time frame off of it, right? Oh, I expect it to happen tomorrow. No, buddy. You expect it to happen when you get all your dominoes in line, right? But I think for the most part, from the emails and the comments and stuff like that I get from people, most of it is self-confidence. You don't believe that you're qualified for it. You don't believe that you're good enough for it. You don't believe that you're talented enough for it. It's not about talent. It's not about being good enough. Yo, Ward Zree, I just answered your question in that video. When it uploads, you'll see it. But I meant for it to be live. It wasn't live, so here we are. But yeah, man. The subconscious mind is the powerhouse. It's the generator of the reality. I keep saying this because I have proved it to myself. Now I want you to prove it to yourself, right? Get you a piece of paper and I want you to make a list. Pay attention, get your paper and write this down. Make a list of everything that you would get, everything that you would do, everything that you would have in your life if there were no limits and no judgments, right? If you weren't worried about what your parents thought, if you weren't worried about what your girlfriend, boyfriend thought, if you didn't worry about any of that stuff, write down a list of everything you would have. No judgment whatsoever. I'm talking about take all the limits off. If you want to be able to jump up real high and fly to Jupiter backwards, put that on your list. God damn it. But anyways, put that on your list. Make a whole list of all those different things that you would do, right? Sit there and visualize doing each one of those things. Spend time with it. This alone starts to open up different doors and gateways because the subconscious mind is now seeking for ways to make this thing happen, right? Now kind of distill the list down to what you can actually get in the realm of plausibility. Hold on. TikTok, where's that? Not this one. Astral projection, visualization. There it is. Yeah. So, this book right here, The Art and Collect. I'm not answering questions. Hey, chill. To the questions. Ophios, The Art and Practice of Creative Visualization. So, one of the rules in this book that's really great about achieving what the fuck it is that you want is occult law number 4, the sphere of availability. You got to make a channel for this stuff to happen, right? You want to manifest things that are reasonable. You feel me? But since we got somebody that says I'm not answering questions, let's go ahead and get to the questions, shall we? Kiana, Living Magic, I'm talking about you. Make a sigil and chill, right? All right, I came from a strictly Christian background family, and sometimes I have fear too. We all have fear. It's built in. You know what I'm saying? It's conditioned. It's part of this 3D simulation that we're in. Fear is a control mechanism, and we need the majority controlled, because if the majority was out here manifesting like crazy, chaos wouldn't just be in the shadows. Chaos would now be in the light. So it's a natural control mechanism imposed upon sentient beings. Fear, right? As we begin to have more and more people unlocking these manifestation powers, you'll understand why I say that. But we're heading in that direction, so just wait. Let me scroll back up here. So what do you do after you see 1111 and 333? Hey man, do what you want. When I see 1111 and 333, I smile, because whatever I was thinking about, whatever I was planning on doing, that just means I'm on the right track. So I just keep doing more of it. It's not so much that you see 1111 and 333 and you're like, okay, now I have to do this. You make it special. It's like your birthday. What do you do on your birthday? You know what I'm saying? You relax. Yeah, appreciate it, right? We kind of have to like get away from putting so much significance on certain things. We just want to recognize and understand that, yeah, it means something, but we don't always have to logically come up with the meaning. Allow the mystery of life to unfold. Allow these things to display themselves, right? You don't have to figure it all out today. You don't have to figure it all out today, because if you figured it all out, what are you going to do next? Why can't manage rid the planet of what's called racism? I've never seen a response for that other than I don't know. Well, racism was a necessary thing, right? To understand these type of questions, you got to get out of your emotions. When you're a victim of racism, oh, it's terrible. But when you're the person perpetrating racism, you understand why it's being done. Again, just like why fear has to be imposed to control people, racism had to be imposed to control people. You got to understand the dynamics of colonialism. Could you speak more about candle meditation or the mirror technique? Yeah, I can. But just to kind of wrap up the question I was just answering really quickly, when you have a small group of people from Europe that are coming around the world dominating everything, they're realizing that every culture on the planet is colored, for lack of a better word. So the system of racism and white supremacy has to keep these colored people in a mental subjugation to their power, to their prowess. Otherwise, the natural imbalance of 75% color to 25% non-color would swallow the other. You know what I'm saying? That if you think about all the slaves that were so-called brought to America, they outnumbered the slave owners by far. And if there wasn't a power structure of racism set up, that dynamic would be changed quickly, kind of like how it's changing now, the great equalizer. But anyways, more about candle magic and candle meditation. I mean, it's extremely simple. When you stare into a candle, the flicker of the flame automatically puts your mind into alpha state. And alpha state is one of the easiest ways to get into trance. You have to still your mind and get into trance to have an open channel to the subconscious mind so that you can access the power source, right? So you can implant your sigil so you can communicate with the subconscious mind, so you can make shit happen. So when you stare into a candle and you stare into a mirror, the mirror has become the sigil, right? So you're putting yourself into alpha mode through the candle, and you're staring at the sigil of yourself. You're staring into the symbol of yourself. You're seeing that you're not really you. You are just a representation of the energy that is you. Your physical body is only a sigil or a symbol for the spirit, right? And that spirit of yours is only a sigil for the energy that is in the mental realm, right? Everything is layered. The conscious mind is kind of like, you know, the colonizers of Western civilization, where it has to make rules and limits to protect itself. Otherwise, the subconscious mind would swallow it up. As above, so below. Everything relates to everything else. Let's go to another question. Do you think diet affects magic? It can. I love answering those questions so quick like that. It's funny. But anyways, if you read this book, Initiation to Hermetics, there's a thing that talks about like conscious eating. And that's how you can use actually diet and eating as a part of your magic and manifestation. Kind of like what I do with my rituals, where, you know, like I say, you want to have the intention, you don't have the energy, then the physical action, right? For example, when I was doing a ritual with Yemaya and the mermaid, after having my intent set up, after having the energy gathered, I physically went out and ate a bunch of seafood to, you know, link the three worlds together, because the seafood was a sigil and a symbol that related to the mermaid. I had flounder, because Little Mermaid's best friend was a flounder. Make it all work together. But as far as not eating meat or following some rules that somebody else set up, I mean, you can do that if you believe it works. Personally, I survive off of peanut M&Ms, kale, spinach, and bacon, right? You can eat what the fuck you want. The human body is an illusion anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But you know, to each his own. Everybody lives in their own universe. The book The Magician is a good book to start. Yes, most definitely it is. The Magician is another version of Basic Magic. They're the same book. Kind of like how Stephen King wrote both Regulators and that other book. It was the same book. He just wrote it twice under a different name. It's the same concept. Because sometimes information is so good, you got to put it out more than once. Where else we at? We are all the same manifestation that started this. Indeed, my friend. Ganesha liked candy. Maybe. What about Apotheosis by Michael W. Ford? I saw you last night posting in the Magus Society. You make a lot of posts about Michael W. Ford. I mean, yeah, he's got awesome books with a lot of awesome information about all kinds of things, especially vampirism. I took a note the other day. One thing worth going back to check is the Grimoire of Tiamat, because it's got some pretty good entities there that I'm going to be using very soon. And also Vampire Magician, there's a pretty nice path working in that book. I must have taken that note for you. That's for you, James Igbo. What else we got? Why is there only 10% but point taken? You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be nice to people, Delaria. You're always so serious in my comments. I love you though. So I manifested a partner, but by golly, he's not the person I wanted, lol. He has a lot of stable qualities, but that's it, no affection, and I can't let go. Well, yeah, most males in this society are like that. You know what I'm saying? We're both imbalanced, males and females. If you're not finding somebody who's really working on themselves, who's really on this path of self-development, you're gonna have to deal with those type of issues. The best thing you can do is work on yourself and love them and plant seeds and hope that they start to, you know, cultivate those seeds. You're not going to be able to force anybody to grow. You're not going to be able to make anybody get on this path. You're not. That's why this path can be very lonely, right? I personally don't want to waste my time with the locals because I have yet to meet somebody who is to take this path seriously. That's just the way it is. You know, I'm open, but I ain't seen nothing. I'd love to hear more about King Payman. Heck yeah, me too. If you evoke him and work with him, I want you to tell me what you come up with. How do I improve my work with demons like King Payman and Lucifer? By believing that the shit works, by believing that you have contact with them, right? Look, there exists an entity in the astral realm called King Payman, right? And this entity has different faces, right? You can choose whatever face you want by reading whatever Goetia book you want. There's a King Payman that strictly works with me and the people who work with King Payman because they heard of them through me. That's a specific king payment that's brand new and very powerful. There's also a king payment that people work with that comes from that movie, right? There's different facets of the same energy. Energy communicates in different languages, whatever is more suitable to you. If you want to work with Lucifer and King Payment, just do it. You don't need my permission or my advice. Sit down with that candle in front of that mirror or whatever way that you can get still and just do it. Just do it. The best way to learn is by just doing it. Simplicity, but one thing we've came so far from, it feels like the hardest thing to do. Hell yes. Katie on Apex. Right? What's up, Tyler Leona? Opinion on channeling through tarot readings. I mean, that can be fun. I try to limit my use with the tarot because I like it to be really special, so I don't use it for everything. I use multiple divination techniques to kind of keep each one special. But yeah, you can channel through the tarot. I mean, it's just as effective as anything else. Hi, Travis. I finally get alive. Greets from your Facebook member in Holland. What's up, Nini? Some deities will tell you not to eat meat for a few days because, so the reason that certain entities will tell you not to eat meat or do a certain thing is because they're trying to get you in line with their energy. And to get in line with the spirit's energy really efficiently, your physical body has to be vibrating on a certain frequency. And they say you are what you eat. So when you're eating meat, you're taking on those particles and whatever from that animal. Certain entities can't really mesh with you completely when you have that in your system. Some entities do operate that way. Just like I've worked with entities who cannot stand light, like they can't even be present in light. So really I have my windows covered and whatnot. But yeah, different entities are different energy signatures. And your body is like a conductor. Your subconscious mind is the conductor and the channeler. And everything has to be in a certain way to access that frequency. Now there are some entities that are so broad that you can access them without doing anything too special, like Lucifer and King Payman, but there are others whose energy signature is more thin, and to tune into them you have to do and be a certain way. How to join my group that I refer to in my videos? Well, step 1, you have to have a Facebook page. Step 2, you have to go and find the Magus Society. Step 3, answer all 3 of the questions. They're there for a reason. If you don't answer the questions, I'm not going to let you in the group. Yeah, that's how it goes. Opinion on 13th Sun. 13th Sun, 13 Love, 13 Wisdom, 13 Respect, 13 to them niggas. You see them serpent eyes. I love 13th Sun. It's like dating a 5%er. They will not mess with you, kiss you, or even if they even feel you consume any kind of swine. A no-no. They're in the flesh still. Most people are. My empath abilities, I'm sensitive, everything, so since I'm focused on chaos, and when he comes into this reality, it's order. I guess I might be wrong for my intense studying, but thank you. You're not wrong for intense studying. You just have to be aware of how you interpret things, right? You don't want to be so solid and so firm and so strict as if you know it all. Be fluid, right? Because when you're rigid, you're easily broken. So be fluid. That was for you, James. I take this path seriously. Salute. Kiona. Have you ever heard of the primal craft, the current of Hecate? Yes, I have. Bro, I've been working with them for sure. What are some of the tools you use to speed up getting your results and not lust after results as much? Set it and forget it, man. Like when I do my ritual, for that moment of time that I'm doing it, it is everything. It is my world. It is my 100% everything. I put all my focus into my ritual. And when it's done, I forget about it. It's over. I do something else. As soon as it's done, like as soon as I say the last word, one of the things to do is I slap my leg, right? That kind of brings in a little physical spike. And I put my attention on other things. I go listen to music. I go play Apex Legends. I go make myself some food. I do something else to get my body, my spirit, and my mind off of the subject. Because what you're doing during your ritual is you're creating a little block. You're creating an independent universe. You're creating an independent universe that is based off of your intent when you first started the ritual. You're creating an independent astral signature, right? And for that moment in time and space, you're physically doing something that is linked up to that spiritual and that mental intent. So that little section of time, that ritual that you're doing, is its own universe. You want to put everything you got into it. And then when you're done, you want to seal it up and let that little capsule float off into wherever. And what that little capsule does is it begins to generate the result. And that wherever is the subconscious mind. It's going into your subconscious mind. So yeah, do that. Like Minecraft. Minecraft. Got it. Namaste, Mr. Bogadera. Hand motions, right? I see you, Gerald. Can I speak on how to use the waning moon properly? Well, do a little bit of research on moon magic. There's actually a great book called Moon Magic, which you can find on Amazon. But the basics of it is, during a new moon, this is when you want to start something new. When you want to plant seeds. When the moon is starting to open up, that's when you want to do things that you want to accelerate, that you want to grow. When the moon is full, this is when you reap that harvest. This is when everything's at its peak of energy. This is when you go out and you can reap some of that energy, or you can manifest some of that energy. Then as the moon is closing up, this is when you want to tie up loose ends and shut things down. That's simple. Take it how you want to take it. Certain celebrities are the opposite gender and they portray on the world stage undercover transgender. Any insight as to why? I mean, that shit don't matter at all. So what? Why do you care if somebody is a man but a woman? Like, let these people live their lives. Who gives a shit? Okay, about Kansu. I love Kansu. 13th Cosmic Astrologer was good too. Another Scorpion. But he left YouTube years ago. Hope he returns. Yeah. I ignored your question. Alright, look, Kiana, type it one more time because there's a lot of stuff going into this chat. I mean, I'm like on my phone, like back here. You got to type it in one more time so I can see it. Let's see. In the progress of your magic, were there points where you think you didn't believe it was going to happen? How did you build confidence? I mean, yeah, all the time when I first started out, it was like a big question of, how does this work? I never doubted myself like 100%, but I kind of doubted the techniques. But the thing is, you want to manifest little things, right? It's just like anything else in life you're trying to learn. You want to have these small victories and you want to slowly increase them. And this builds confidence in yourself. You get into a pattern and a habit of manifesting. Kiona Living Magic asks, why does money manifestation come in small amounts? I only get $50. It's probably because you're only believing in $50. One of the good techniques that I use for money manifestation is you want to come up with a reason for that money. You know what I'm saying? If you want $2,000, you need to have a reason for that $2,000, right? I mean, if you want to buy a car that is a certain price, but see, here's the trick though. You don't want to be too specific. You want to kind of have a general use for that energy because you have to start changing how you think about money. Money isn't a physical piece of paper. Money is an energy, and it's manifested by that paper. If you think of it that way, it's easier for your subconscious mind to bring it in, to acclimate it, right? So just like work with these spirits and energies, you don't want to separate money in its own category. I find a lot of us do that. We kind of separate money and wealth into its own thing. It's still energy, right? So in order to manifest wealth and money, you've got to put yourself in a frequency of wealth, right? Watch a lot of these Reverend Ike videos. He gives you the juice, okay? Watching his videos was kind of like the kicker for me. Also this book, Wealth Magic, all right? You got to change how you think about money if you're trying to manifest money. If you're thinking of it as physical pieces of paper, you're only going to get a small amount because you probably think that $50 is a large amount. You got to think of the energy. You want to you don't want to put quantity on it. You want to put quality on it. You feel me? Do you feel me?
It's 7 o'clock.
Agreed. Money is an energy and bank account is a number. Exactly. What's up, Veronica? Love to see you. Reverend Ike is deep. Yes, he is. Don't sleep. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. What did I miss? Thanks, Frank. I've been seeing unicorns like crazy. Yeah, me too. Get ready for the Phoenix, because that's the next one I'm putting out there. What is money? Yeah, where are we at? Think some worry about mass deception being fed via these ads to children, young, impressionable minds. Then it's a wonder of what the future will hold. Those children grow up eventually. Yeah, it really sucks. I had this revelation about, basically all I can say is you have more power than you realize as far as what happens. Instead of worrying and getting upset and mad about oh, the kids and what's in the milk. Do something about it, right? Spend less time worrying about it and focusing on, oh shit, this is happening. They're doing this to us. Instead of that, focus on the solution. Make it happen, right? Are you a victim or are you a producer? Are you a consumer or a producer? You choose, right? I know what I am, and I do it all the time. Yeah, you got to put physical work out there. Balance, balance. Any experiences as a child with the third eye, not so much paranormal, but aside from the other side, perhaps a dream that you can make sense of now? Yeah, since I was a little boy for a very, very, very long time, I had a stuffed animal that I would talk to every single night. I was so lonely, I didn't have friends, so I had my stuffed animal that I talked to. And looking back, I mean, I actually created a servitor, an egregore, to be my friend, right? To fulfill that need. And I gave so much power and energy to that thing that it still exists with me today, right? It still makes physical results happen. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we threw away as kids and were taught to think was silly that is actually some of the most essential things that we need. You're welcome, Kiana. True Reverend Ike, he was a man before his time. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. How you know it's true love with your partner? I mean, you don't, especially if she's like very human. Because the thing about love is most people only recognize it as an emotion. True love is an energy, it's a frequency. True love is unconditional, meaning there's nothing that you can do to make somebody come out of that love, right? True love still loves you even when you've got a knife in their throat. Not saying that's what you need to do, but just to paint an example, true love exists in the spiritual and the mental, not in the physical. Most people that you're dealing with out here, love to them is only physical. What you do for me and how well you do it, how often you do it. That's what love is to most people. And that's why I don't deal with most people. But you want to find somebody who loves you regardless of what you do for them. And you want to love them regardless of what they do for you. It's not easy. It's tough. But that's what love is. Just like when you have a child, you don't stop loving your child because they don't make good grades in school. You don't stop loving your child because they don't get you a birthday present. That's what love is. Love is unconditional. You feel me? Where are we at with these questions, man? Putting an intent to gaining the money, and gratitude goes a long way. Yeah, gratitude is another part of it. You want to be thankful. You want to give and take. When you receive manifestation and when you receive, what it is that you're doing magic for, you give out gratitude. This is what the sacrifice and the offering is for. This is supposed to be the concept of the 10% of the tithes. What's up, Jarbo Fiorini? I've been seeing dragons and synchronicities around it for 2 months already. I knew the dragon question was coming. I'm not ready to answer it yet. For around 2 months. What is your thought of it and what does it mean, Danke? Well, the dragon energy does relate to the Kundalini. It does relate to the subconscious mind, depending on what color it was. If it was a black dragon, it's definitely subconscious primal work. If it was a green dragon or a red dragon, it probably has to do with the Kundalini energy. But I got more coming on the dragon next. I'm focused on the phoenix right now. And we just got through with the unicorn, so give it time. Ever worked with Lilith? Too much. I had a year-long ritual with Lilith where I, wouldn't orgasm for a whole year. That was painful, but I learned a lot. I have no concepts, is only what you make of it. Yes. What up, Kenna? Love has been turned into a marketing tool. Everything's been turned into a marketing tool. Wait till magic is turned into a marketing tool. Consciousness and being woke is being turned into a marketing tool. How do we get to unconditional love? It's a process, man. The way to get to anything, to any energy, to any mindset is to work on these affirmations. What are you telling yourself every day in your head, right? Pay attention. This is why I talk about meditation. When you sit down and you be still, what's happening is you're realizing the true nature of this illusion, all right? The true nature of this illusion is that we are an observer surrounded by thoughts. These thoughts, if you really watch them, they rise and they fall. They're all around us. But depending on the thoughts that we give attention to are the ones that grow and develop into a thing, right? A thought that you focus on gains spiritual energy and it turns into a cause, which turns into an effect. An amplified cause and effect turns into illusion because we're putting definition to these thoughts. We're putting feeling to these thoughts. You want to get out, you want to avoid that process altogether. This is how you get to unconditional love. You have to be at the point where nothing is moving you. Kind of like when, I mean, you got to look at nature. Nature really shows us how everything works. When you have sex and the penis enters the vagina and ejaculates, you've got millions of sperm surrounding one egg. And it is that one sperm that the egg chooses that then manifests into another life. Well, the same thing as you with your mind. You're that egg, and all these thoughts floating around you are the millions of sperm cells. And the one that you choose to focus on or latch onto is what's going to develop into a thing, right? So when you're meditating, it's not that you're cutting off thoughts and you're stopping thoughts. You're realizing your position in the universe, which is the very center of creation. You're watching all these thoughts swarm around you, but you're not paying any attention to any of them. You let them be. Now, as you make a habit of doing this, you get deeper into yourself, and you notice that these thoughts are further and further away. It's harder for them to penetrate. It's harder for those thoughts to get to you. So now that you're in this zone of just being you, right? Now that you're chilling in nirvana, you can now create a thought. You can pull a thought from within, from Kether, and you can manifest it. Those are the purest thoughts because they're yours. When you're up here surrounded by all these thoughts and just taking in all these thoughts, which most of them are generated from other people and other energies that surround you, you're producing somebody else's cause and effect, right? You're in the illusion. When you're constantly bouncing to and fro all these different thoughts and creating karma, creating illusion, you're part of the problem. Somebody's calling me. Not today, Satan. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's how you get to unconditional love. Meditate and realize that you are not your thoughts, that these thoughts just float around you in space. And whichever thought you pick and choose is the one that you develop. So don't pick any of them. Let them be. That's why Buddha was chilling under that tree. He wasn't out there knocking on doors trying to get people to convert to his religion. I've been seeing ravens. Yeah, ravens are cool. How long should one fast for powerful magic outcomes? 3 days, 7 days, pick a number and stick with it. The thing that generates power isn't the number of days that you choose. It is making a commitment and seeing it through. You want to aim for something longer than 3 days, because what happens is after that 3 days, your body's going to naturally start to crave it more and more intensely. And what you're doing is you're showing your body, the mind is showing the body that it is in control. I understand that you feel this thing, you feel hunger, but I'm not going to give it to you until we reach the goal. And you're mastering your body. And you're also mastering the subconscious mind, because also what's happening is it's like, well, shit. In order for us to get back to our normal frequency, we're going to have to produce this result that mind is demanding of us. This is one of the reasons why you fast, because you're teaching the body and the spirit that the mind is in control. At least that's why I do it. I love your work for the masses. Me and my brothers have been watching you for about a year. We have some knowledge on the phoenix symbols that have been coded in some of our esoteric Mason books. Post it in the comments, No Lube. I want to hear about some of that phoenix symbolism. Buffering again. Let's see where we at. Is there a lower polarity to the archangels, aka like Anuel and Andros? Yeah. Let's see, Andros is the demon. Anuel is the angel connected to him. Get the book. Okay, let's check it out. In this book here, it talks about the 72 angels, right? But in this book of magic, it tells you the 72 goetic spirits, but it also tells you the 72 angels that are attached to each one of them. For example, number 63, my homeboy, Andros, right? And if you go down a little bit below, it talks about the Shem angel that corresponds to him, Anuel. So this book has all 72 goetic spirits with the angels attached to them. Where we at with these questions? Can white people open the third eye? Yes. Leave white people alone. Been seeing butterflies so much. Thought of you saying crack the matrix. Awesome. So Miss George, you programmed butterflies. Excellent. Dragons and phoenixes, get busy. Yes, yes. So one of the manifestations today, I said that it was gonna come through a movie. I check on YouTube and I see that Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker. So much symbolism there. But yeah. You missed the Lilith answer. You're gonna have to catch the replay. Every creature has a third eye. Thank you. We would like to talk with you and share some knowledge. Bet. Due to have an orgasm in 1 year and 4 months, I plan to offer it to Lilith. Strange you mentioned that. Whoa. Okay, before you do that, Naldo, get your intention straight. Purify your intention. Know exactly why you're doing this. Know exactly why you're doing it. It's so much better when you have it. Solidify your intent into a sigil if you can. Okay? Get your intent, make a sigil for it, program it, keep it straight. And when you do your ritual, focus on just the symbol. The subconscious mind knows what the symbol means. So the whole thing is you want to bypass that conscious mind with as little effort as possible. That's the whole point of sigils. A unicorn means something, but all you have to do is see the unicorn. Your subconscious mind knows what it is. All of our subconscious minds are connected. So it's kind of like we're passing around love notes behind the conscious mind's back. I'm giving y'all some gems, man. I don't know how to ask this, but I will type it out. Okay. Kiana, he said he did work with Lilith, a year-long ritual. Yeah, and I still do off and on whenever she wants some. I tripped many months ago and it exposed an immense fear of death. I believe it comes from childhood suppressed memories linked to Christianity and fears of hell. That's exactly where fear of death comes from, right? Drop it, because if you have a fear of death, you're attached to the physical body. The physical body is not the end all be all. The physical body is only a sigil of your spirit. Your spirit cannot die. The idea of you cannot die. It exists in a place that doesn't have death. Only the physical realm has death. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Unconditional like chaos, hoping. I don't want to make this too long because I want the replay watchable, and I know that I don't stick around for videos that are too long, but let me try to wrap this up. What does it mean that anytime there's an evil presence like a spirit, demon, or just evil in nature, something deep in me gets agitated and is ready to fight like an apex predator fighting for turf? Well, that's easy to think about because it's an imbalance of energy. Whenever there's a lot of evil, your insides are opposite of that energy, so you have to balance it. Nature abhors a vacuum, and it also abhors imbalance. So one of the tricks to making something happen is to manifest the opposite energy of it in abundance, right? Because the universe will have to force a balance. That's why all this magic and information and all these deep occult secrets are coming out in abundance right now, is because they've been hidden for so long. So it has to come out to balance everything out. This little 1% that's been holding on to the knowledge, yeah, they've caused such a massive imbalance that there's literally no way that they can stop the pouring out of information. Aquarius, where we at? I see a dark purple, blue, and green energy circle in my left eye. Sweet. There are waves that move within it. There's a faint, clear version of it in my right eye. This is after sun gazing meditation. You're going Super Saiyan. Thank you, Devante. I appreciate that. Not today, Satan. Oh yeah. From one chat to another. Peace. What's up, Dream? Rent like 600 pounds a month for a shop. Lots of opportunity. Yes. Glamour spells. Pfft, boy, that's how I learned it. Glamour spells. Yes. I don't know, man. I'll have to make a whole separate video about that. But yeah, since the physical is so much of an illusion, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on glamour spells, man. Yeah, and you work in the entertainment industry, so that'll be very useful to you. Spirits keep drawing me to your unicorn video, watching after this. When I did my first invocation with Belial, I felt something going up my spine like a fire. It was so awesome. I thanked Belial, and also my neck pain was instantly removed overnight. Mind blown. Hell yeah. Yeah. Spirits have done that type of thing for me as well. Like, it's not a game out here. It's not like I'm trying to get views and sound cool. Like, this stuff is legit, right? And it's not about me proving it to you. If you're a skeptic and you're like, well, how do I know it works? You don't. I don't care. I'm not trying to prove it to you. But for those of you who have like an inkling of curiosity and want to try some of this out, try it yourself. Prove it to yourself. It's more powerful if you prove it to you than if I prove it to you, because it's just my word. When you see results for yourself, when you have your back pain and neck pain healed, like the homie that just commented, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this stuff works. And the thing is to keep going and develop and to figure out how it works and how you can replicate those results. It's a science. It's not a fiction. It's a science. So yeah, there's actually a goetic spirit called Phoenix. Yeah. There's a goetic spirit called Phoenix, and there's also Amdusius, who is a unicorn. Yeah. I carry a sigil in my wallet. That energy has been off the chain. Yes, you're welcome. Shout out to Master Damien. I love you. Yeah, yes. Two sides, same coin. Might be personal. You don't have to answer it. Taking the psychoactive components to enhance contact. I've never done that to enhance contact. I mean, there was a long time where I was drinking gin because Bobby Hemmett said gin helps to connect you to the gin, but you don't have to do any of that. Matter of fact, it's better if you don't, because you want to rely on as little as possible to make contact with the energy. You were made to do this naturally. The thing is, we learned and were conditioned out of it as children. So you're trying to get back to the point where you can do it naturally, so you don't have to take shrooms or acid or smoke weed or drink or any of that, or fuck to get it. You want to be able to do it just when you're walking around opening eyes, I want something, and you manifest it. We're doing this all the time. We're doing this all the time. It's not like this crazy secret stuff. What's up, Daniel Solomon? Greetings. What's up, Stray Panther? Son Goku. Should I answer those knocks? Hell no. Travis, do you still work with Pombagira? I haven't recently. I just moved and I found one of her sigils hidden under something. A couch. Yeah, good memories. You're welcome. I made some sigils. I mixed them up. I don't even know what the symbol represents anymore. Yeah, I mean, that can be a good thing. Yeah, it'll be a good thing. I would say burn them all at the same time. Just release them all, and probably when manifestation happens, you'll remember what those sigils were for. Or don't even worry about what they were for, because when you burn them or throw them away and they start to come to pass, I mean, you made the sigils for a reason, right? You made them to produce an effect, so just get rid of them and let that effect happen. Any knowledge on Palo Mayombe? No. I got a few PDFs that I did not read, but I'm not going to pretend like I do. Do you have a pentagram or pentacle on your altar? No, I don't. Recently spoke with Haganti. Sweet. What did he say, Stephen V? What do you think of the Golden Dawn self-initiation? I think it's useful. Had the scariest nightmare yesterday with this deity. What type of approach should I have with it? Animosity or more welcoming? I think you should welcome it. I think you should learn to transmute every and all energy, right? There's no such thing as enemies, right? An opposing force is just made to make you stronger. That's how I think of it. Like when I play video games and I come across a character that I can't beat, I take it as training. It's like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. That's what he's teaching y'all here, right? He chooses to go against the strongest enemy to better himself. That's what we do with this energy. Don't be afraid of 5G. Learn to use it for your benefit. Don't be afraid of chemtrails. Learn how to transmute that energy. Like, when you have that mindset, nobody can beat you. There's no opposition. I'm just saying. All right. Yeah. More videos like this, Goetia. Yeah, I can do that. I'm actually okay. Here's the thing. I'm working on a course. I'm working on a couple courses. One for creating magical entities, one for developing your psychic abilities. That one I'm still working on, and then another one that's going to be free as far as how to really use meditation as a magical device. How to really fucking do it. Those should be done here soon. I'm trying to get them wrapped up within the next 30 days. It's a lot of work, but I'm getting it done. I created an entity just to get that done. Yeah, let's see. You're welcome. Belphegor on the toilet. Yeah, that's a funny picture, isn't it? Holding up his tail and all that. I sleep with a candle by side flame. Always keep getting larger. I have to be careful with my energy. I seek with my wife and 8-month-old baby. Any word of spiritual working with a baby nearby? I wouldn't worry too much about it negatively affecting the baby, because the baby is still a piece of your energy. I mean, your baby is her or his own entity as well, but you want to be confident about what you do. What I did personally was I created an entity strictly to protect my son, and I keep it on the altar and charge it every day. So even if I'm not around, I know and trust that the entity protects my son. So I would suggest creating an entity for your child. There are lots and lots of books on how to do that. This is a really good one here, Creating Magical Entities. Another one is called Create a Servitor by Michael Kreider, I believe. Excellent book on the subject. Where we at? Would you ever do one-on-one consultation? Yes, I would. Respect. What's good, Mike McGee? depending on smoking weed. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but when it becomes a crutch, when you only do magic when you're high, when you use working magic as an excuse to smoke some more, you're doing it wrong, right? Again, my opinion is you want to learn how to do this stuff sober so that when you do smoke, it's even more awesome. You feel me? Hail Bobby Hemmett. Dude, Jen makes me feel, wow, I'm probably pretty behind on these comments. What spirit can I offer orgasm to? Whichever one you want to work with. Making your own is probably the best, but yeah, whoever you want to work with. Lilith, Pombagira, whoever. Yeah, so here's the thing, Devontae. It's not that I disagree with Bobby Hemmett. It's not about rules and regulations. It's not about doing a certain thing. Understand the underlying principle here. The underlying principle is the subconscious mind. The underlying principle is how do you gain access to the subconscious mind? Some people can get it this way, some people get it this way, and they may be diametrically opposed, but it's not about what you're doing on the physical. It's all about the intent. It's how you're breaking through to the subconscious mind. All magic is working with the subconscious mind. So if you have to, it's not that I'm disagreeing. I'm just stating that there are many ways to get to the same place. What's up? What's up? Frank Samara. That's my that's part of the agenda here. Definitely be waiting for the Glamour vid. Yes, don't let me forget, dude. I got a lot of stuff going on. I know you want me to help you with that library, and I want to help you with that library. Message me about that Glamour video, because I already forgot it. Let's see, beginner book to manifest money. I think I just gave one, but I'll give it again. Beginner book to manifest money. Check this bad boy out. Wealth Magic. Buy it on Amazon. That's for you, Elvira Galgera. I dreamt of a black dragon a few days ago. Subconscious mind. It was flying. It was not malicious or attacking me. You're awakening your subconscious mind. Black serpents are the subconscious mind manifested. Thank you, friend. How much effort, energy, money do you put into getting out of print books? I mean, look, if my spirit tells me I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You feel me? See, the thing is, the knowledge contained in these books is invaluable, right? No YouTube video is going to tell me about what's in that book. No person that I'm going to meet in person damn sure is going to tell me about what's in that book. If you want this information, you got to go get it. That's why people pay thousands of dollars to go to college. Well, that was the original intention. Nowadays, it's just a scam. But, $300 to $2,700. I mean, but then again, as far as spending that massive amount of money, you gotta think, how do the people that wrote those books get the information? Spirit is the original teacher. Before they wrote books, there were still powerful shamans, right? You get it from spirit. All this information is contained in the astral realm. You can work with appropriate spirits to help you cultivate a lifestyle where you can receive that energy better. It's not like me or any other person that you watch on YouTube or read from is better than you at this. It's just that we've cultivated a framework and a system to receive light and to transmute it into word and action for other people to digest. You feel me? So you can spend a lot of money on books, that's fine, but are you learning from those books? Are you learning how to tap into the subconscious mind? Because the subconscious mind is the gateway and the link. The subconscious mind is the generator of your reality. Okay, if you learn how to tap into it, you don't need any books. But if I know that there's a book that can help me do so, I will spend the money on it. Let's continue. Wow, I don't want this to be an hour long, but it's going to be an hour long. I'm working with children a lot lately. So children energy is the same thing as the unicorn energy, really. And again, with them, since they're such an overabundance, it's a great idea to give back more than you receive. Okay, so give back as far as helping and teaching, and remember what I said about creating an imbalance. If you create an imbalance of giving more, you're going to receive more to level it out. So always seek to give more than you receive. Always seek to give more than you receive. That's my advice for you. Greetings. Do you take influence of planetary days and hours into your magical workings? Okay, so Yuri, what you want to do is start to reverse your focus. Because as above, so below. With the different planets and everything, All they are is just a signal of where the energy is today. That's also going on within. If you just learn to trust your intuition, you don't have to look at what day it is. You don't have to look at your horoscope. You don't have to look at all those things because it's naturally reflecting inside of you. Once you transmute your focus to look within, you don't have to look up at the stars. All right. You're welcome, not a gizmo. A lot of people have been coming at me with that dog, my man. Fuck them. They're asleep. They're zombies. Love them from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Don't even try to change them. Let them do what they're going to do. Work on you. Because working on myself helped me get to the point where I can help other people. You see what I'm saying? I didn't start this out by saying, yeah, I'm going to tell everybody and fix everybody. That's never been my goal. My goal has been to work on myself, to fix myself. I used to be a douchebag, right? I used to be somebody that I would not like today. But I noticed that I had flaws and I worked on them and I fixed them and I made myself a better person. I polished myself. When you do that, your light begins to shine unhindered, and light begets light. Cause makes an effect. That's the best way to wake people up, is by waking yourself up. Oh, what's going on, cuz? I think I'm gonna just create my own pantheon. Being creative and more tailored results. Yes, do that, Mike McGee. That's the best way to go. That's really one of the things I'm low-key trying to express here with all these unicorns and phoenixes and all that good stuff. Make your own out of anything. You can you can attach your own entity to a specific meme and get that meme to go viral and share it. Now all these people are giving energy to your meme. What do you think mimetic magic is? And why do you think I mentioned the morphic grid, morphogenic field? Dreaming of a white dragon in the sky. Now that's fancy. I want to say, Nadia, check out The Never-Ending Story. Thank you, Devante. Shadow people, dead people. This is formless energy around that is waiting for you to use it. Chaos Fiji. Alligator does resonate with serpents. But you want to look up Sebek, the alligator entity. There's also a goetic spirit that correlates with alligators. Who is it? It's not Bifrons, is it? Anyways, look in the goetic so somebody relates to an alligator or crocodile. You make link between phoenixes and Garuda. Oh yeah. You think the truth? Thank you, Pyro Man. Okay, so yeah, I guess we should go ahead and wrap this up really soon. Oh, sweet, Daniel Solomon, no doubt. Can I astral travel? Do you want me to show you or tell you, Nightcat? If you're female, I'll show you. Thank you, Jonathan. I've been waking up in my dreams a lot lately, realizing when I'm in a dream. Thoughts? Yeah, so you're really starting to tap into that ability to lucid dream. For me, it was a little bit rough at first because when I became lucid in the dream, I became too lucid and I used to wake myself up. So you just want to practice. Try not to take too much control too quickly. Gradually manipulate things in the dream, and then it'll get to the point where you can smoothly wake up and smoothly adjust things. And take notes. Trust me, write it down. It's not that I think you're going to forget or whatever. You gotta write your dreams down for multiple reasons. For one of them, it gets you in a habit of remembering the dream. For another, you're able to look back after a couple of months or years and decode stuff that you weren't able to decode at the time. Take notes on your dreams, Devante. Once had a dream of falling into a puddle of black goo, melanin, but got freaked out and jumped out covered in it. Should I have dived in a little deeper in your opinion? Hell yes, I would have. Kim, I just had a dream about that a few days ago and last year. Awesome. That dragon is Tiamat. She's most likely your guardian flying to connect with you. 305 Capricorn, what's up? This work requires diligence and consistency. It's an ongoing process. This is my 4th video. Small looking puddle. This is a weird question, but I had this thought. Can you absorb the energy of a book without having to read it, since everything is energy? Hell yeah. I mean, just last night, I had a 9-hour audiobook playing while I slept. So, yeah, but at the same time, you want to go back and read it. Because what I believe it does is my subconscious mind will begin to point out different things in the book that I'll need to pay special attention to. So yeah, just find things that work for you. There are no limits other than what you accept. Okay. Hey, the Archons are more similar to angels, goetic, or both. Okay. Okay, the archons are very special. The archons are inorganic beings that are, they kind of are the corners of this box. Like they hold everything in place. And I say box selectively for a reason. The archons are able to be accessed through the cube. That's kind of like Hellraiser or the Borg from Star Trek. More on that later. I was reading anyway, so regardless, I had a dream about going to Egypt. That's awesome. I don't dream much, have visions. It's like boot camp. You mentioned vitamin K in one of your videos, Trav. Exactly what type of vitamin K are you taking? Vitamin K I take through spinach and also a lot of potassium from bananas, that type of deal. What's this whole melanin thing? Another symbol. Melanin is synonymous with the subconscious mind. If you don't believe that, go check your Bobby Hemmett. Any astrological sign you should avoid? No, because they're all a part of you. Do you shapeshift in the astral? Hell yes. I'm even more beautiful than I am right now. Thank you, Mr. Bogadera. Is it common to have a lot of improvement building up from nowhere and then all of a sudden a lot of old habits and security start coming back even when the work hasn't stopped? Yes, it happens. Because we're cyclical beings, right? Which means we go up and we go down. The key is you're supposed to get better and better every time those urges rise. It's just like the moon, right? You got the new moon, then you got the full moon, right? Everything breathes, the breath of Brahma. Nothing's gonna stay consistent. Nirvana is not a level that you stay at. It's a level that you peak at, you reach. But the thing is, you want to try to stay up there, okay? I mean, don't be too hard on yourself. Christianity taught us to really beat ourselves up when we sin or we backslide. It's gonna happen. But the thing is, how do you handle it, right? You're still in this human body, so you're still going to be subject to these things popping back up. See? Nobody asked me why I was holding this incense and not lighting it. Nobody asked that question. But alright. Are the steps added for eerie effect? What steps? Oh, maybe, I guess. Honestly, hearing how deep you meditate is inspiring. Thank you. Any tips on getting out of the ego? Yes, meditate. Watch this video again and see what I said about the meditation part, as far as when you sit down and you still yourself and you notice that these thoughts are not being generated from you. These thoughts are outside of you trying to access your attention. Just like advertisements, as above, so below. You know how you go on, oh, this is a good one. You know how you go on Instagram or you go on Facebook and you're scrolling and you're seeing these ads that pop up wanting your attention? That's how thoughts are. You're the observer. You're scrolling through life. You're scrolling through the feed of life, and these thoughts are popping up like ads. And whenever you click on one of those ads, it takes you down a funnel, down a rabbit hole, right? You can choose not to do that. So the less that you go down these rabbit hole funnels of thoughts, and the less that you create cause and effect by doing so, the more you're going to get out of ego. I'm going to contact you later on Facebook, bro. Peace. Wow, Veronica. Thank you. How can you steal energy from the Amber Geiner case? Ooh, that's a good one. So, I think the deed is done. We did a great job with that. Congratulations, everybody who watches my videos who had a part in that, and it happened fast too. This is what we can do when we focus our energy, guys. This is what we should be doing. Instead of complaining about these things that are happening, do something about it. Okay, how do you steal energy from it? Get creative with it. Align the thought of doing so with some type of astral aspect, and then do a physical action to seal the deed. Just like any ritual, change is consistent. What is the origin of the K in magic come from? Comes from Aleister Crowley. You can Google it though. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I just don't feel like thinking about that. More beautiful. Oh. Hey man, how are you? How long should offerings stay on the altar? Use your intuition. Use your intuition on that one. There's not like a set time frame, just however long it feels. Ooh, we're almost at an hour. I better wrap this up. Yeah, separated from stage magic. That's right, alphanumeric. I had a dream that I was like a ghost watching these people talking. The person was looking me right in the eyes. I stared back at them and went away. What was that about? You're not ready. Or they're not ready. What kind of incense do you use? The kind that smells good? Picking up a lot of love and positive thoughts the past few days. Is this a sign of Bastet or Lilith working with me? Are you working with Bastet or Lilith? Because if you are, then yes, it is. Thoughts thirst trapping. Yeah, thoughts thirst trapping. Yeah, thought squeeze page. Hell yeah. I love it. I love my internet marketers. Do you know Gematria? Sometimes. She don't call me no more. Yeah, my lucky number. Sweet. 33. That's how many likes I have. Why be negative? Mind your own business. What was that comment? I didn't see it. Okay. Precious. 10 years is not enough. I should have done more. What's with the incense stick? Oh, now you ask. I need to check about that case. Oh, yeah. What is a good way to use sexual energy besides whacking off or sex? I mean, check out books written by Montauk Chia. He will tell you everything you need to know about that. Can consistent and frequent visualization interact with the 3D help to improve visualization and projection? Yes. Are thoughts actually created or channeled? Both. So here's the thing. You want to be intentful about this. Most of these thoughts are floating around you that most average people, most of these zombies, they're receiving these thoughts, right? There's no need to be afraid of 5G because people have been under the effect of this forever, right? Accepting thoughts into your head all the time and just going off of anything that's pushed into you. You got to separate from that. You got to meditate, and you have to actually see this happen for yourself. It's easier to experience it than if I tell you about it. When you meditate and you sit still, you begin to see that these thoughts aren't coming from you. They're bouncing around everywhere and you're choosing them. When you're able to see that, you're able to then really truly make the decision, hey man, this ain't for me. But when you're doing rituals and working with a specific energy, now you're able to channel those thoughts from that energy, right? It's not like there's demons stomping around the astral realm. They're layers of energy in the morphic field that we tap into by paying attention to it, by making a connection and letting that energy come into us, and we express it. LVX777. My dog keeps eating my offerings when they are high up. That's fine. Let him do it. It's spiritual. All right. That's fine. I had a dream my husband was showing new wife around our house. Is this real future or just paranoia? It's probably paranoia. The house represents the mind, right? The husband represents the masculine side, your left brain. His new wife represents the right side. Something going on with your mind and you probably making things worse than it should be. Focus your energy on something productive, not on that negative stuff. What's your favorite incense to burn? I don't even know anymore. I just grab stuff that smells good. Hey Trav, could you talk about opening the Kundalini energy while not being ready and the side effects? Prospect. Is it required to do all rituals and pact making an offering, etc. at day for Lucifer instead of night? Who told you that? The best way to learn is to try it. Do something when you're comfortable. I've done some powerful Lucifer rituals in the morning, like at 8 or 9 a.m. I've done them at night. I've done them at all times. Time doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. How to recognize when I'm channeling versus just on autopilot. Meditate. This is how you separate and learn what flavor these thoughts are. See, these things are hard to describe in the physical, right? But this is why you got to work on your clairvoyance and your clairsentience and your clairaudience. You learn the flavor of thoughts, the vibration, because taste is vibration. The tongue is able to detect different vibrations of sweet versus sour. The same thing with working with energy. This is how you can tell. Some people can tell negative spirits and positive spirits, beneficial spirits or whatever. This is how you can tell what thoughts are yours, what thoughts are channeled, what thoughts are being pressed upon you. You got to spend time separating from them all so you can see what a clear palette feels like. I hope y'all are paying attention to this, man. What is the dweller of the threshold? It is your soul, Night Cat. It is your melanin. Yeah, this Montauk Chia meditation is on point. Can you channel entities that this world considers fictional? Yes, because they are thought forms that exist. You can channel Mickey Mouse and put him to work. Try it. I'm not joking. Have you ever had an entity contact you that you weren't intentionally working with? Yes, I have. In other words, has an entity sought you out? Yes, they have. I've been sought out by Azazel. I've been sought out by Lucifer for a very, 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 very long time, etc. The list goes on. Can you talk about the demiurge? No. We're not going to talk about the demiurge. I'm just kidding. I will a little bit later. I'm doing a lot of research on the demiurge and the cube and how those things relate. Peace, Travis. You are really growing. Keep up the work. Thank you, Brother Jay. Can you do a room tour? Hell no. Do you get instant results from rituals with the Goetia? Sometimes. I wouldn't say they're always instant, but they happen when they're supposed to happen. What do the Christians say? May not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Lucifer, fave, metal, and incense. I usually love mathcore and being a smartass. Hey Trav, diamond antenna, what's up? Yatra incense. Okay, I'll check that out. Do you do rituals during void of course moon? I don't pay attention to void of course moon, but you know, I probably don't. Video is over an hour. Oh shit. Brother Jay, thank you so much. Peace. Make sure wishes from the heart are true. Mine came true and I want to go back. Yeah, so check out my video that talks about purifying yourself, the purity of heart. Pure of heart. That was for you, LC. I keep seeing the same info over and over on King Payment. Care to elaborate on some things he can help with besides the usual? For me, King Payment is kind of like the Gary Vaynerchuk of spirits, right? He really helps me to get my mind and my focus right. He helps me to find useful strategies to stay on point. Jen are awesome, hell yeah. How can you distinguish a fictional character or thought form from an entity like you or I? Some things have a physical body, some things don't. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters to me is what works, what brings results, right? My Little Pony has brought results. You feel me? It doesn't matter. Rainbow Dash. She ain't even a unicorn. Yeah, I like ritual ambient for sure. I got a whole playlist. Check out my playlist, one called Cliphotic Meditations. There's some good stuff on there. That was for you, Naldo. You're welcome. I gave an offering of an apple to Belial and I felt like I didn't like it. I love apples. Is this the spirit saying it doesn't prefer that offering? Yes, so try something else. Best reliable source to know Lucifer. You and these Lucifer questions, man. Just try it. Stop asking me. Lucifer and the Hidden Demons. This is an excellent book to get in touch with that. But look, don't ask me something if you're not going to try it. Okay? Don't ask me how you do it and you're not going to try it. Friend saw Baphomet on LSD and his aura is black now. Sweet. My tears brought results. Yes, because you're emotionally charged. That's an emotional spike, right? An abundance of an emotional energy causes change in the physical. I want to summon the Goetia and find out what offerings they prefer. Have you done that? Any physical travel you're interested in? If so, where? It's going to be perverted. I'm not going to say that. In relation to the Baphomet on LSD, he's also been having death premonitions. Okay, he needs to fix his mind or else he's going to manifest that. Actually, I'm texting from Persia. Now it's 3:13 a.m. Could you take it easy on responding me like you're so fast? Oh, I get you. Hey, what's up, Carrie Darkstar? All right, 4Kiss. You in Persia. Check out this book. It's called Lucifer and the Hidden Demons. All right. You can get it on PDF form if they don't allow you to have certain books over there. I know certain countries are weird about that. This is a good book because it deals with path working. It allows you to visualize proper methods. Now see, every energy, like I mentioned earlier in this video, is segmented. It's layered, all right? Lucifer has multiple energy signatures, right? Oh my gosh, I gotta say it. Kind of like how in the Bible it talks about that Jesus is the name above many names, and Jesus has dominion over every spirit. That's because his vibrational layer is so wide that every other spirit just about falls up under it, right? This is to deal with the solar current, right? The book Lucifer and the Hidden Demons talks about the different legions of Lucifer, right? So these different spirits that are up under Lucifer are different fragments of the whole energy called Lucifer. Payman, King Payman, is one of those fragments. That's why those energies relate so well to each other. Today I prayed in the car to Ishu and Ogun to help me find a technical media solution to a problem. Boom. 2 hours later, it was granted. Ogun and Ishu again. That's right. Because Ogun, I got something for everything, don't I? Ogun, the metal god, deals with technology now. He deals with the internet now, and he also deals with 5G. So if you don't want to be afraid of 5G, oh sweet, it's got a spider web on it now. Yeah, a home of a spider's taking a hold to this thing. Yeah, focus on this entity here. If you're afraid of 5G, learn about psionics and learn how to use it to your advantage through Ogun. Okay, so where are we at? It is a good book, yes it is. I love to find out about the Orishas. I feel about the Goetia and vice versa. In your years of doing this, have you had any experiences with witches, flying ointment, or fly unguent? Trill Gates, this is literally the first time I've ever heard of that, so no. These synchronizations are getting crazy. Uh-oh. I put King Payman's sigil under my pillow before I go to sleep. Did you have awesome dreams? I dreamt I was in a botanica and this man put his hands in arms while saying things. I can't remember what he said, but as soon as he was finished, I felt the vibration and woke up. Okay. Have you ever had a problem with entities falsely identifying themselves, or do you have methods to ensure this doesn't happen? Trust, confidence. If an entity can sense that you're easily tricked, you will be easily tricked. I'm not easily tricked, so I don't get easily tricked. Limitations are what you have on yourself. Confidence is extremely key. This is one of the biggest things that King Payman has taught me, you who asked about King Payman. You've got to believe in yourself. At the same time, you want to cultivate your intuition. You want to cultivate your discretion, right? In order to know what a lie is, you have to know what the truth is, and vice versa. So you got to get a real taste for this energy and know what's what. Entities don't lie to me because they're not allowed to. I don't allow them to. I've got a radionic box. Glad you mentioned it. Awesome. Use that psionics. Right? And you got a result with Ogun? I'm telling you, look into this stuff. Don't be afraid of no 5G. Or Metatron could help you be a better human, just my sole opinion. Yeah. How often do you meditate? Which meditation is best for the occult? The best meditation for the occult is the one that works. I mostly use Vipassana meditation. I also use just mindfulness meditation. Whatever works, man. Hello from Washington, Chris Gordon. Hello from Georgia to Washington. Whatever. Travis, what does Lucifer represent for you, bro? Who is he? Do you think omnipresent is capable by a human being? Yes. Practice your psionics. There's so many books on psionics that you can get on the internet. What does it mean if you're walking and a small white feather randomly floats down in front of you? An angel is trying to get your attention. Bazinga, cultivate your intuition. Yeah. Okay. What's up, Lashiminod? I see you. You're welcome, Ryan. Do I think it's possible to levitate or have any idea about how to make it happen? Yeah. Again, if you want to know how to do all those magical powers, read this book, Initiation into Hermetics. But if you're really seeking truth and ascension and enlightenment, you'll soon and quickly realize that shit is unnecessary. It's as unnecessary as visibly seeing a demon when you're working with it. This is for children who want to be entertained, in my estimation. But yeah, if you want to learn how to do that, you'll find it in that book. But by the time you get to it and realize how it's done, you won't really want to do it anymore. Any suggestions for dealing with the philosophy behind occultism and hermeticism? The philosophy behind it. Yes, I'm sure it's one of those books on that shelf that I did not finish. There's one, what's it called? The one that's really good. Art and Practice. I don't know, bro. If you leave a comment with the same question, I will find that book for you that's really good on the philosophy behind occult and hermeticism. Leave a comment in the video itself and I will leave you the title of the book. Hey man, I never draw much, but felt inclined to while listening to you. Should I send you the art on IG? Yes, you should. Tag me or email it to me. Lucifer is the one telling you to jump even though it might hurt. He tells you it's okay when your stomach is the knots in your heart telling you no. Is it stupid to say Lucifer is Shiva, and does Shiva meditation help connection with Lucifer? I wouldn't say that that's stupid at all. I would say do a little bit more research to confirm your connection, because a lot of these entities just have different names and different cultures. But you very well might be onto something. Third eye. I'm not going to give you the answer because I want you to do the work. It's easier when you convince yourself. Lucifer can help you overcome what you're uncomfortable with. That's Fiji. You're welcome. You're welcome. True words of wisdom, I guess. It's all how life goes. Chase your dreams, and then when you get to them, there's not satisfying. You might as well be satisfied right now. Enjoy life. Yes. Will using Christian magic found in Christian grimoires like the Key of Solomon hurt my chances while working with demons? Will it impede dark magic, non-Christian magic? So here's the big secret with that. It will hinder your results if you believe it will hinder your results. Period. There's no rules and there's no judge saying, uh-oh, he's using Christian magic. He can't combine the two. That's a foul. You're the judge that says that. Stop it. Where we at? Enjoying myself. Been here from the beginning. Gotta go shortly. Okay, peace. I'm about to wrap it up also. I got to. Different names, different cultures. Would love to know the root religion, magic of all this. Me too. That's what got me studying in the first place. When doing chakra meditation, what are some tips to feel my chakras more intensely? Put your whole attention into the chakra when you're meditating. Put your whole entire attention into the chakra. Move your attention. See, what I learned is through Vipassana meditation. That's what really teaches you how to put your whole attention into one area of your body and move it around. Where attention goes, energy flows. And when you learn to focus your attention and move it around like that slowly and deliberately, you're learning how to move energy, right? You're learning how to move energy through your chakras, and eventually you can learn how to move energy through the camera, through YouTube. What if I try to contact Asmodeus and stuff starts moving around in my house, like some paranormal stuff? Okay, try it. How do I protect against that? Stop being afraid of it, right? Stop being afraid of it. That's how you protect against that. It's probably not going to happen if you've never done magic before. I'm just saying. Anyone else on YouTube, you gravitate. Yes. What about removing your chakras? Why would you want to do that? What causes your body to feel? Music, emotion. I want to quit my job and study. Okay, so Chaos Fiji, set up a framework where you can survive without having to work at that job. All right, there's so many opportunities online to make a living. You'd be surprised. What's up, Zigzagzilla? What's the end game, Trav? What's the reason for learning and becoming adept in this magic? Travis, I'm sorry. Could you tell me the incense and metal for Lucifer again? That was fast English and I missed it. Sorry. Whatever works for you. There is no hard and fast rules. If you must find something, Lucifer correlates with Venus. The metal for Venus is copper. If you must, yeah, the metal for Venus is copper and the incense is sandalwood. All right. If that's what it takes to make it work for you, get you some sandalwood incense and get you some copper because it relates to Venus. Peace, Veronica. Music helps me move energy from my solar plexus. You gotta Google Vipassana meditation. The best way to learn is by doing it, by finding a Vipassana. Oh yeah. Actually, book on Vipassana meditation is Living Dharma. This will tell you what you want to know about that. But I read this book and thought I understood it. I thought I was so deep. Then I went to a Vipassana meditation center and realized I didn't know shit. That's the difference between reading books and actually doing the work. You can read as many books as you want, think you got it. But when you actually do it, it's a whole different story. So I'd recommend going to a Vipassana center near you. It's free. All right, I'm about to wrap this up. You're welcome, Forkiss. All right, I got to get out of here. Good night, y'all. Good night. You're welcome. Peace. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for donating. This is incredible, man. I love you guys. This is cool. This is really cool. I love doing this. I really do. I'm happy that I can do this full time, and I appreciate each one of you guys. I really, really do. I mean, seriously, I would have no reason to be going as hard as I am. Well, let me put that back. I was going hard before, but because of you guys, because of your attention, because of you asking me questions and seeking and wanting to know more, it makes me go even harder to learn more and to put more out. So, I mean, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. So, yo, this is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. And as always, peace. I'm just reading the comments. I'm like, faded out. Okay, let me get out of here.